All right, welcome back to Susie Says. Thank you so much for watching. Again, you may know me from TikTok. Here's my TikTok. Here's my YouTube. Follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to me on here. I'm going to be going over chapter 2 of Gypsy Rose's book, My Time to Lie, My Time to Grift, My Time to Scam. But she calls it My Time to Stand, so whatever. Chapter 2 is called Cajun, and I feel like there are a lot of comparisons made between her and her mom. Some she did make note of, like this is kind of the same thing as what happened to my mom. And there's a few I felt like she didn't make note of, and she's trying to like make her mom look bad, not knowing she did the same exact thing. So it's just like history repeating itself. We're gonna go over the book. I'm using my tablet. I'm going over chapter 2. Again, it's called Cajun. One of the first thing I noticed was how she says one of her mom's first big lies was when she met her dad Rod. Her dad Rod was 18 at the time, and her mom was 23. So her mom apparently lied and said she was like 21. And that's a comparison right there because Gypsy lied about her age. She'll say her mom made her do it, and I'm sure it was part of their little scam they had gone on. But Gypsy, you went on telling people you were 19 when you were 23. Remember the interrogation? Don't knock your mom for something when you did it too. When you did it when your mom was no longer a threat, your mom was gone, she was off the face of this earth. You went in that interrogation room and you still said you was 19 years old because you were just trying to cover up for your crime. I know, but don't call the kettle black when you are the pot. She also questions why would a woman in her 20s want an immature boy as a boyfriend? Now, she's calling her dad immature because he's 17 and her mom is 23. Now, let's look at this at another point of view. Nicholas Godejohn, who was actually a few years older than Gypsy, had the mental intellect of like a 15-year-old. So she could literally ask herself that same question. Why would she want Nicholas Godejohn to be her boyfriend? Which I don't think she did. She wanted to manipulate him. And she actually states that when she talks about her mother. She said, knowing what I know now, I suspect she thought she could manipulate or control him in a way a man her age would not allow. Now, let's again think about it. Gypsy knew she could manipulate and use Nick because a man his age, he was like 26 at the time, wouldn't do that. And even though he was 26, his brain was not 26. So Gypsy, again, you're knocking your mom for something you did. Moving on. There's another part of the book where she talks about Dee Dee's weight loss. She said when Dee Dee was younger, she went on like this crash diet. She ate nothing but like rice cakes and stuff, and she lost a lot of weight. And it was because she got picked on about her weight. I'm comparing this to Gypsy because I feel like there were some rumors, well, I heard there were some rumors going around that Gypsy was not eating much. She's trying to lose a lot of weight. Now, Gypsy is also pregnant. So during the time of recording this, I think she's like 8 months. I think the baby should be born in January. The baby should be born next month in like exactly a month, I believe. So Dee Dee lost a lot of weight, but there's been a lot of talk about Gypsy's weight loss too. And again, it's a very touchy subject because every woman's body is different. A lot of people are saying that her belly doesn't appear to be as far along as she claims. And I just thought that was interesting to note how she talked about how Dee Dee went on this crash diet to lose all this weight because she was picked on. And I don't think nobody's picking on Gypsy. I don't even think Gypsy's fat, to be honest. Even if she is fat, I don't care. To each their own. Everyone's beautiful. But she is exhibiting some type of weight loss, I feel. She looks a little different. And that's not, I guess, expected of a pregnant woman. We do expect you to gain some pounds because you are carrying the baby. But just interesting. I remember a rumor run around that Christy was saying Gypsy wasn't eating much. And I hope it's not to impress Ken or to be the Barbie she think Ken want her to be, because if you're pregnant, take care of yourself. Take care of the baby. Don't worry about losing weight. Worry about being healthy. Again, that's neither here or there. That was just something I came across. Okay, there's also a part of the book where she talks about how Rod's mom tried to warn him that Dee Dee was trying to get pregnant. Apparently, Dee Dee went into like a library or something that his mom worked at, and she saw her getting books on like fertility or how to have a baby or something like that. I don't know the exact wording. I would need to scroll to that page. It's like Gypsy kind of did the same thing to Ken. it's not that Ken's mom warned him that like Gypsy was trying to make a baby or get pregnant. I feel like Gypsy definitely trapped Ken. She knew what she was doing. She posted a video saying she was on a live with Ken. She stated she was on birth control.
She's not pregnant, for everybody who keeps asking.
No, I'm on
She's
birth
not
control.
pregnant.
Like, what the hell?
And we have not had any intimacy. We're just saying.
And then in her pregnancy announcement, she states she was on fertility treatment.
Of course, I missed my period, and I didn't think anything of it because I had seen my OBGYN and I had tested my fertility, and she's like, we're probably gonna have to put you on fertility meds, or at least something to make you ovulate because you're not ovulating on a regular. So I'm like, okay. So
I don't see why you would want to test your fertility if you wasn't trying to have a baby. She clearly trapped you, Ken. I'm sorry. She's doing the same exact thing Dee Dee did to Rod, and it's working. Like, these women, Dee Dee got pregnant with Gypsy. Gypsy's now pregnant with Aurora. She trapped Ken. I'm sure everybody has their own opinion of the situation, but it's looking like Ken is the dad, and that birth control was actually fertility treatment. That's that. I'm gonna move on. There was a part of the book where she talks about how Christy was giving Rod advice on getting out of his marriage with Dee because he didn't want to be in the marriage anymore. And of course, he went to Christy, the woman he was already, I think, hooking up with on the side. But he went to her about his marriage problems and how he wanted out of the marriage. Does that sound familiar? Didn't Gypsy do the exact same thing? Christy is like, hey, she's the go-to person if you want to get out of your marriage. She will find a way. Now, my thing is, you obviously don't want to be in the marriage if you're complaining to somebody about it, but it's like, Christy, you broke up Rod and Dee, or you at least helped, and then you broke up Gypsy and Ryan. So, yeah, I just felt like there was some comparison in this book. Christy is obviously, this has nothing to do with Dee Dee, or Gypsy is just Christy breaking up marriages. She's done it before. She'll do it again. And she'll probably do it again. Mia, look out, okay? That's all I'm saying. So that's my take on chapter 2. It wasn't really long. It was mostly just about the back life, the lies that Dee Dee would do, or how she made her pageant life seem like it was much more glamorous than what it actually was. It was just really her auditioning for something called ROTC, the Reserve Officers Training Corps. I guess they had a pageant and Dee Dee won. And Dee Dee was a nice looking girl when she was younger. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about when she was older, but she was nice looking and she won. And Gypsy tries to make it seem as though Dee Dee held that over her. Like, I had this great life and then you came along. And even if she did, she didn't deserve death. That's my take on part 2. I'll be going over part 3 soon. If you like, please comment, subscribe. This is just what Susie says about this chapter. What do you say about this chapter? Tell me in the comments below. I hope to read them. I like to read them. Thank you so much. You have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.